On September 28th, 2023, the final update for Sonic Frontiers dropped, the Final Horizon. This was the most anticipated update for the game this year, but was it any good? Well, let's see, shall we? So here's my review of Sonic Frontiers, the Final Horizon. Before we begin, I want to thank everyone for 3K subs. It really means a lot, and hopefully I can figure something out for a 3K sub special if I can. Let me know if you have any ideas in the comments. But anyway, let's get into the review. In the original ending, Sonic is free from cyber corruption because of his friends and has to go and collect the Chaos Emeralds, in which you have to fight the Supreme Boss and then fight a huge purple moon, which leads Sage to die. Then the game's over. In this new update, however, Sage was able to free Sonic from cyber corruption and free his friends while still being in their cyber state. So Tails, Knuckles, and Amy are on an emerald hunt. At first, you play as Amy as you go through numerous tasks like Tails and Knuckles to get the Chaos Emeralds, while Sonic has to climb the trial towers to complete time trials that the agents put him on. The first two are challenging, the next two are easier. The fifth one, however, is a boss rush. Sage told Sonic that this agent could help convert Sonic's cyber corruption to power, and the trial is a boss rush. Complete the boss rush, and you're on to fight the final boss. Sonic collects the emeralds from everyone and fights the Supreme Boss like in the original story, but then the Purple Moon shows up as the plug that connects to the Titan, which is the final boss fight, the NX Supreme, I guess. Don't worry, because Sonic has that new cyber power, which turns him into Super Sonic 2, I guess, which according to the Sonic and Amy Squad channel, it is a Super Sonic that has ascended past a Super Sonic. Wait, isn't this like from Dragon Ball Z? You have to pull the plug off, deal damage, grab its gun, and go full berserk on power. Shoot yourself toward the moon, and yeah. Now I got the story down, let's get into the gameplay aspect. We first start with Amy. With Amy, you're able to do a triple jump, car glide, card attack, and the basic things Sonic can do like side loop. Then we have Knuckles, where you can glide, climb, and do a simple punch combo. And we have Tails, you're able to fly and throw wrenches, so no homing attack. Not only can each person spin dash, but they actually have their own max ring boost style. Amy has the card boost, Knuckles has the drill punch boost, and Tails has a flying boost, which makes him fly with the Cyclone from Sonic Adventure 2. As soon as you get max rings, you're able to just fly. Oh wait, did I say spin dash earlier? Oh yeah, and remember in Update 2, you're able to unlock the spin dash by completing a bunch of time trials on every island, which takes forever. So thank God for giving the player the spin dash on the spot. Okay, not literally though, that's mostly for Sonic actually, but when it comes to Knuckles, Tails, and Amy, you actually have to get enough skill points to unlock the spin dash. And oh yeah, every character does have a skill tree. This is how you're able to unlock the max boost power up, parry, I don't know why that needs unlocking, special stomp move, and other stuff. For the 3 new characters, you do certain objectives to get the emeralds using their own special abilities. While with Sonic, it's basically the same, with the exception of having the spin dash now, that is. As for the trial towers, like I said, the first 2 are the most difficult, both in terms of climbing the dang things and the timed combat trials. The next 2 were a little easier in terms of the combat time trials. And in terms of climbing, however, I'd say the 4th one was a little more easier though, because the 3rd one was still a little difficult. You see, for each tower at the top, you're met with an ancient spirit that was one of the lost fighters in the original lore of the Coco and islands and such. While they're angry at Sonic for defeating the Titans, which leads to them challenging Sonic, in the end, they realize Sonic's good intention to save his friends, so yeah. You're able to talk to the characters and clear the map just as usual. With the new characters, they have their own map clearers. I don't know why that sounds weird. That only they can unlock with their own abilities to bypass obstacles. This also includes that the Coco can give the characters some skill points so they can easily unlock more abilities for better gameplay experience. There are still enemies around the map, which are the plus cyber robots that are actually challenging to fight. At least with the newer playable characters. With Sonic, I'm sure it's easier since he has a more flexible and efficient combative skill set. Speaking of Sonic, let's talk about the last tower, which I mentioned is the boss rush that the Master Coco challenges you to do. Now that alone doesn't seem bad. That is until you realize that all of Sonic's stats are reset. You have to do a perfect on-spot parry, and you aren't able to collect rings. You're not even able to side loop for them. Yeah, also your rings don't reset after every boss, so yeah. I'll express my thoughts later, but after you complete the boss rush trial, you get the new power, and you go ahead to fight Supreme, same as the original story. Then later you fight the end boss combined with Supreme. At least it's not like a Space Invaders boss anymore. It's a full-on boss fight finale, which, oh yeah, you can only do perfect parries on this one too. But you fight the Titan, go into Supersonic 2, and you know what? Let me just show you.
Sonic, it's now or never.
And you get a similar but the same ending. Also, Sage isn't dead this time. So now Eggman has a daughter. Isn't that cute? Okay, now that I've gone over the gameplay aspect, let's get into what I liked and what made me lose my mind. First, what I liked. Obviously, I like the creativity the developers gave for the new characters for the skill sets and abilities. Obviously, I just like using Knuckles to glide in the high air, and with Tails being able to fly in the Sonic Adventure 2 Cyclone. I liked how they branched out for the characters to give their own unique ways to complete objectives, pass obstacles, and just help complete the story. It's just a lot of fun to play as the new characters. And, oh yeah, each character, including Sonic, has their own OST that plays in the background as they roam the island. Personally though, Amy's theme might be my favorite. And oh yeah, there is actually a new game OST for the update, which I like.
Now I'm not alone, a family of my own. I get to go home with you.
And the remix for I'm Here, which is cool. As for the story of this alternate ending, I loved it. I have a feeling this is similar to what Sega wanted to do for the original ending, but I guess they rushed it or something, because I honestly think they cooked well for this update. Honestly, when it comes to the recent Sonic games having a hard mode difficulty that is easy to beat, I'm looking at you, Sonic Forces, I actually appreciate how there's actually more of a challenge for the hard mode difficulty for the update. It feels intense, and though I probably started getting laser focused on the tower challenges, and speaking of difficulty, the boss rush. No doubt everyone that had hard mode on during this probably all lost their minds, including me, especially since you can't collect rings and can only do a perfect parry. Some people were able to do it, but the ones that couldn't take it anymore just switched it to easy mode, including me. But at least it was somewhat fun and got to hear the boss themes again. But honestly, the fact that I had to quickly defeat them instead of taking my time takes a little bit of the fun out of it. Especially since I couldn't fully listen to the epic boss themes. At least I had fun doing the cool combos though. Like, I get it's supposed to be hard, which I respect, but there's a level where that ends. Either the developers were on something making the update, or I just have a skill issue. Speaking of the developers, I feel this update was a bit rushed in terms of gameplay. Mostly the new characters though. When you want to stop moving, they take a few extra steps or so, and slowly come to a stop, which annoyed me. I feel like the gameplay was kind of slippery or janky. Same thing with Knuckles gliding in terms of trying to steer and turn around. And speaking of Knuckles, they should have given him more combat skills and moves on a skill tree than just simply punching, ground punch, stop, and a max boost. Knuckles is supposed to be a fighter, so it doesn't feel right all that much when you try to fight the plus cyber robots. Okay, I sort of take that back because he actually has a cool drill punch which I like, but more or less it annoys me that there's only a simple 3-punch combo that he can do when they should have branched it out a little more. Except for the spider though, that's something any character can do because it has a different way to fight it. The Ninja Plus robot actually is challenging to beat, but somewhat fair if you unlock most of the skills on your skill set. Now, I could say the same thing for Amy and Tails, though I haven't unlocked all their moves, but they're the basic moves like a higher attack jump and poisonous parry. Huh. At least Tails has a cool power beam though. I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of it. I don't have a lot to say. I say something about the new cyberspace levels, but I only played one that involved a light zero gravity, which was interesting. But overall, I actually liked this update. There wasn't much to the last two updates. It was a couple of new stuff that wasn't all that much. So this was a really cool update. But it does have its issues that sort of downgrade its gameplay experience. That and this game making you lose your mind. Not as epic as I thought it was gonna be, but it was actually pretty cool. I'll give this a 7.5 out of 10. No wait, maybe an 8 honestly. I don't know, because while it has some janky gameplay here and there, it was all worth it for a great alternative ending to the original story. Also, when I upload this video, I'm pretty sure Sonic Superstars will already be out, and yes, I will make a review of that, and I will be playing it live whenever I can on Twitch. I was actually streaming on Twitch multiple times when I was playing the update. So if you want to see me play Sonic Superstars live, make sure to follow me on Twitch. The link will be in the description below. So yeah, that's kind of it. Make sure to like and subscribe. And thank you guys so much for 3,000 subscribers. And I'll see you guys next time.